Raise your hand if you are a member of social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, or even an account on ESPN. Almost everybody that we know in our generation has at least one form of social media account. At least half of us in this room also know somebody who doesn't live near us, so we rely on social media to keep in contact with them. Well, thanks to social media, it has been possible. It has been possible for us to keep in contact with all of our loved ones. Since our generation grew up when social media started up, we have become so revolved around the internet, social media, and technology. Our generation has been impacted forever because of social media. Most of us wouldn't know what to do if we couldn't have our smartphones for one day because they're what we use to talk to everybody that we know. From being involved in an industry where I get to travel not only around the state of Iowa, but also around the country to show my pigs and cattle, I've met so many people from all over the country. However, I don't get to see many of those friends besides other than a couple times a year. The only way that I get to keep in contact with them is through social media. Some of my closest friends live on the other side of the state, and if it wasn't for social media, there would be no way for me to talk to them besides being able to text and call them. In my case, social media has saved about a dozen of my friendships because we've been able to talk to each other much faster and easier than if it was just texting or calling each other. I'll forever be grateful to social media because it's the easiest and fastest ways to keep in contact with all my loved ones. When I first started showing livestock, I was around 9 years old, and the friendships that I made those first couple of years didn't last because of two reasons. One, I didn't have a phone, so I had no way of contacting them, and two, I didn't have a social media account, so when I got on a computer, there was no way for me to send them a message or anything. Those friendships didn't survive simply because there was no possible way for us to contact each other. Back then, we didn't have phones to talk and text on or get on social media. As soon as I did get a Facebook account, all of the friends that I made after that, I've been able to still save today. Ever since I became a member of social media, it has been much easier to stay in contact with everybody that I know. Next year, I plan on attending Oklahoma State University, located in Stillwater, Oklahoma, to double major in egg communication and egg business. Stillwater is about a 9-hour drive from my house, and I have no family down there, and I only know about 3 people down there. If social media wasn't around, I don't think I would feel comfortable going down there because there would just be no way for me to contact everybody back home that I love. The fact that there is a way for me to easily check up on all my loved ones without having to call and text them to ask them what's up, it reassures me that I'll be able to go down there. I know that next year I'll have to heavily rely on social media to keep in contact with all my friends and family. While I know that I'll lose the valuable face-to-face contact with everybody that I know, I still believe social media is the easiest and fastest ways to keep in contact with them. In conclusion, I believe that social media is one of the fastest ways in which families and friends can keep in contact with one another. I believe that it has saved dozens of my friendships, and in fact, it has even made those friendship bonds increase. Some could say that I owe one to social media because it's the easiest way for me to keep in contact with friends and family all over the country. Social media has also reassured me that I'll be able to still keep in contact with all of my loved ones when I go to Oklahoma State University next year. Social media is a great way for a person to easily keep in contact with their friends and family without having to bother that person with a text or a call to see what's up. Thanks to social media, we all know if that we ever have friends or family who are far away from us, we'll be able to easily check up on them whenever we want.